How you doing? It's Chris again, and I'm back, and I hope you guys all got your pendulums ready and your paper and your pen to do a little chakra analysis, or aura balancing, or detecting, whatever you like to call it. Okay, so we got our pendulum, we got our pen. All right. We got our paper all made out. Little practice ones there. First time I had to rewind. Okay, let's get right into it. We know all the prelims, relax. I'm just going to get into the basic, simple technique. I'm not going to get, it's just going to give a basic reading. Okay? Get your pendulum, you got your string length, break your east-west flux. Get your left hand, put it over your red chakra, which is over here in the groin. It doesn't have to be touching. That's close, okay. Alright. Is the red chakra spinning negative or positive? Okay. Alright. What I did there is, as you saw, I had my hand over there. I got a response that it was positive, and I was counting the swings. It went to about positive 20 or so. Okay, we're just getting a general reading. So you write your P22. It's good to write left-handed, just use, like I said, a little recorder, but it's all right. Okay, now we're going up the orange chakra, moving them right along. It's up a little bit between the groin and the navel. Okay, and that's the orange chakra. Okay, same thing. Spinning negative or positive? Okay. That was about -9. Okay, write that down. Just keep moving right along. The yellow one, right behind your navel. Okay. Negative or positive? Okay. -7. Okay, moving right to the green chakra, the heart chakra, right about here. Okay, same thing. Negative or positive? Okay, it's a little high. Positive. 15. Right up to the blue, the throat. Positive or negative? Okay, +4. That's my most balanced chakra. +4. It's always been that way. Go up to the indigo, right here. Same thing, positive or negative? About +7 or 8, we'll say. Obviously, Butterbeer, I shouldn't be showing people how to use a pendulum if I don't have my intuition somewhat in whack. And the last one, the violet. Okay. Positive or negative? Not much going on there. So it's kind of a weak chakra. You can also, you can feel the energy. Like that one was about the same as the other one, but it didn't have any energy. So that's another thing we can get into. I'm just doing basic readings here. We're going to put it down, but it did have a much different feel, very sluggish. So it may be when a pendulum doesn't, like when you go over a chakra and it's a very low reading, like almost 0. It's either a saint. We're either doing Paramount to Anand or Jesus Christ or somebody, because theirs are be perfectly balanced. It won't even. It's really weird to do. And you can do that on a picture or something. I have a blast doing. Okay, and with these little, what we call deviations, most of these, okay, we just finished on +7, +7, +4, +17. Usually if they're positive, negative, within like the 10, that's not too bad, because we're going up to, we use 100 as, 100, completely off balance, center point. So, all right, so we did that. How much time do we have? 16 minutes? We have that doesn't take too long. Okay. So, and then you can go back and, again, you can double check. You can ask again, look, is the red chakra, because mine is +22, it's really accurate. Is my red chakra the main problem? Okay. You can get an answer like that. It says yes. Okay. So you got an answer there. You can mark that down as the main. You can even number it down. And then we'll get into how to actually diagnose it, or to look it up and treat it. Now you can also do it if you're going to, let's say, you want to do it on somebody else. You can just grab a picture. You can grab a picture of somebody, have a picture real close to somebody. Okay. Ha, lucky day. Diamante, rare picture. She's the head of SRF right now, self-relationships. Okay, this should be interesting. Same way, you don't have to really do it over body. You can have your hand there. You can just use it as a picture. It depends on how good you get, just to get the witness in here. Of course, remember what's out here is actually resonating in your mind, in the hypothalamus, in the hormonal reaction. You really don't see with your eyes, grab things and see them outside. That's a whole other thing. But that's how come the witness works. So this is Diamante. All right. We'll just start checking. Diamante is red chakras. Positive or negative? Diamante is orange chakra. Is it spinning? Positive or negative? Wow. The yellow? See how that pendulum barely moved? It always went positive, just a very slight, maybe 2 turns. It was her chakras are very balanced. She's extremely, extremely high soul. I can't even get into it. But just check. Let's just go right up to her indigo. Maybe just move once or twice. So that's kind of interesting. So that's doing it remotely through a witness. You can, and what was I going to say? That was very interesting. And just to show you, maybe someone who may not be as tuned and abstract one, because I was kind of worried that Diamante, who's this? Well, this is this normal person newspaper. We don't need to get in exactly who it is, but because he's on purpose. You can say it. How's the red chakra? Positive or negative? See? So it does react different. It wasn't just Diamante. All right. So that was very basic. I hope you found it interesting. And sometime maybe we'll do it. I'll get my wife here. We can do it on her. But it's actually very simple. You just go over the subject just like we did ourselves. You take the pendulum, go over, and you can get a reading just actually off the chakras. And see if it's spinning negative or positive. And then if you want, then you go into the yes/no questions. And then there's some protocols for helping the subject to come out of them by bringing, work on negative habit patterns. We also have a technique of using a pendulum. When it spins negative, we take our green pendulum, and as it's spinning negative, we have our hand in a glass of water. As a conduit for consciousness. And we picture that negative vibration going through into the water, and when the pendulum stops spinning, then we ask the subject to throw it down the drain. We say a little prayer, and then we can come back and even energize it with a little positive. So that's one technique, doing that, and of course, maybe helping the person become aware of some of these problems in these centers through what you need to practice and learn, and you'll get better at it. So I hope you enjoyed that and found that informative. And again, I try to keep it really simple, but the actual reading of it's not that difficult once you get good with pendulums. It's just very simple. You get it, relatively quickly. But then the big thing is understanding how colors are, absorption of colors, re-radiating of colors, and how they interact together, and how it affects the endocrine system, which the chakras have an endocrine counterpart, the gonads, and all the way up to the pituitary gland, all these things. So we will keep practicing using our 37 feet, something like that, 37 feet of nervous system, our little antenna, to get a neural muscular response to questions from the heart. And as we go, we'll get into it a little more, we'll get a little deeper, but right now, we've got to go because our time's up. I enjoyed this time. I hope you did.